hello. On this wonderful Monday, we have another boss fight in front of us. Which, that's the rain. Okay, I thought there was some other different noise. So we crack on. I don't know how far we are gonna be coming. That is totally fine and acceptable for my little humble being. Just 1 second, sorry. Here we go, okay. Okay, nice. First try now, today, on record. Okay, that was a move I didn't want to do. And I have lost weight. We have a detouring detour, which is faster, which I will be finding in a sec. Hello, Michael. Nice of you for joining, my mate. I hope you're good, buddy. Did you sleep well? I hope it took another vacation. Yeah, but I have limitations in time, as it might seem. I wouldn't call it well. Hey, the time does not matter, my friend. I know that you're missing the pro of pros, right? But if duty calls and the world leaders call, I need to answer, right? If they wanna touch some grass with me and help them out how to fix stuff. What shall I say? Right? If Donald and Friedrich call and say, hey sidekick degenerates, we need your help, you know, otherwise we throw nuclear bombs and stuff, I need to step in, right? What shall I say? It's currently 30 hours, you aren't even working. Yeah, I am not working, you're right.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
I'm currently working with my live stream on World Peace. That's counting too, I'd say. Anyhow, I'm sorry that I missed the stream yesterday, that's why we have the replacement today. And I hope you still found something even more fulfilling than my failing with the Brotherhood, right? Maybe some Elden Ring. Okay, focus on the little one. That is what I'll do. Sorry, I gotta need to close a couple of tabs. And I need a zip. So remember that? Yeah. Well, I am old, my friend, but sometimes some things stick to my, you know, rotting brain thingy. And did you, by the way, did you make progress with your putting together your, or thinking about your new computer? Although I sadly have to say, I think it's gonna be more expensive than it has been 1.5 years ago, right? Or 2 years ago. Yeah. That's the good part, Michael. The tech giants want to move us into renting, not owning hardware and games, but rent all the shit. Make a subscription to Nvidia and do their cloud gaming, the shitty stuff. That's the direction they want us to go, I think. By the way, I
Bring it on.
I don't want to rent the hardware. I don't want to rent the games. By the way, it's absolutely stupid. But anyway, that's something different. Didn't even want to go into that topic.
It's been a while since I put anyone 6 feet under.
I still have to get used a bit to his, you know, hacking moves. But anyways, that's me. That's a me problem again. Alright, sorry. I have already parts in mind, but due to having a wallet bottleneck, I feel you. I'll be getting the parts and assembling. It's over a couple of months. Yeah, I feel you, buddy. Yeah. I have a solution for you, by the way. You can buy, I can share you the link for a PDF how you can make hundreds and millions of dollars in like 2 minutes. It costs like $3,000. I mean, I live, by the way, if you are poor, just get rich, right? It's easy. not even 3 minutes. It's not hard to get rich, my friend. It's exactly. By the way, that is obviously shit I'm talking, right? It's absolutely.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing.
The finance bros, man. Sorry, I'm still a bit slow in the head. Are you already finished with Elden Ring, by the way, with your modded Elden Ring? Since I've heard a couple of people all around me complaining, Psychic, we need your help, it's so hard, you know, and I fumbled through their games and just finished in like 30 seconds. Just wondering if you have problems. I did. I think I like helped 199 people. Yeah. Took me like 20 minutes to help them all. I played it all at once, you know. No problem. Don't worry, I can... Okay, I just, you know, since I'm the generous, you know.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Okay, a little thing which isn't necessary, but it's good to know. There are 3 types of enemies. Those are humans, puppets, and corpses monsters. Whatever you want to call them. And each type is weak to something. Humans are weak to acid. Puppets are weak to electricity. And corpses monsters are weak to fire. Yeah, at least I know puppets and corpses we have encountered, right? And we have used the particular weapon against it. I would reckon that I mean, we have corpses here, right? Which we currently are not fighting. But the Brotherhood are humans, right? Might it be? I mean, I first of all gonna need to, you know, get used to a freaking moveset. I just am wondering if they're humans. If Is a switch to an asset weapon before maybe upgrading it not bad, I wonder?
You ain't seen nothing.
Or is it maybe just a small titsy thing which won't do much? I mean, I would still... fail, obviously, because I'm just sucking into moveset right now. And I'm feeling that today is gonna be really about learning the moveset. Not know how much progress we actually will have here today. I'm just noticing that again. A little spoiler. But later on, telling the difference between humans and monsters won't be easy. Alright, good to know. Luckily, I still then have friendly chatters in chat who might then from time to time be willing to help out. Don't really know. On the one hand, they are weak to it. On the other hand, this is what you have. Yeah. Maybe the smartest approach for now would be to learn the moveset and keep an eye on how I improve or not. I probably will a little bit improve and then see how that is then going. And then there's still gonna be the lucky... We can still switch, you know, all the time. We can still call in a friendo. And maybe I'm just at one point just gonna show my true skill because I'm, you know, the potion what you see on stream of my true skill is like 0.00001% of the true skill I have, right? Anyway, I hope you had a great time while you were lazing around. Well, lazing around is always on your current vantage point, right? If for you lazing around is not sitting in front of a computer or a PlayStation playing games, then it was still wonderful. And I hardly spent any minute at a computer yesterday, by the way. Well, yeah, it was good. Yeah. I didn't, I screwed up one thing that I actually misjudged, not misjudged, I forgot that I was going to a musical at 4 o'clock, so that was a bit, and I didn't have time in the evening and around lunchtime, just replace the stream there, so yeah. Bit of a screw up on my part, I admit, but
bring it on.
Happens, right?
You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh, I'm just noticing that I didn't even stream on Thursday too, right? Okay, yes, no, yeah, there was a greater, bigger time, but that's why I'm so bad. But one thing you should absolutely do is read what your favorite art does and use them in the right situation. Yeah, that's... First of all, I put it, yeah, for me, I should use them way more often. I totally freaking agree with you. And second of all, yeah, let's actually take a look. I haven't really done taking... Wait, where is it? But in the other hand, does it... Guard abilities. Is there some... Let me take a quick look at the description, and I try to use them way more often actually. That's a good... It's a bonus ability which does damage. I've just been very reluctant so far, that's totally true. Favorite arts is ignite and retreating step. But where can I... Okay. Where can I see what exactly... See, I don't know what it does. I can read igniting, I can think that igniting does igniting. Okay, greatly increase fire 80k temporarily. Okay, and retreating step, thank you. You are amazing, step an enemy in front of you and quickly move backward. Okay, yep. That's... Okay, cool, alright. Thank you. I do agree, I should do that more often. Thank you for the input and reminder. And I will try to use them more often. Sure. I can't say anything against that.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother. Right.
Yeah, this is a bit
Who wants...
stupid. I mean, stupid was not... Oh boy. Stupid was not that I did not use... And that I didn't really dodge. That was kind of off, I have to admit. But when was actually the last time... When was actually the last stream where I didn't do anything stupid, right? It's actually not really unheard of.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
One more thing. Okay, Steve, you have a special effect on your grinder, and it's fire, meaning you can imbue your weapon with fire without the use of favor slots. I'm however not sure whether it works on the status effect weapon though. And the other, Steve, the other question would be how long the effect holds, right? By the way, Steve, are you still not using deodorant in your real life, and do your colleagues complain that you're stinky? Or is it, are you nowadays using deodorant? As a one more thing question, my friend. Nice to have you in chat, by the way, Steve. I was making fun, I guess. And I have coffee, I just sorry.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Rainier secret. No, because you said one more thing. That was a famous sentence Steve Jobs said, Apple dude said in his keynotes, right? And Steve Jobs, before he was the genius billionaire working at Apple, needed to work at night, why his boss said he needs to work at night because he did his deodorant and was stinking like hell. That's why I just tried to make a joke.
Gotcha.
It's sad that I have to explain my amazing, intelligent jokes every time, right? Yeah. It's sometimes sad if you're the only intelligent person on the planet. I kinda understand how Einstein or other intelligent people felt, right? Although I still reckon Einstein is stupid, but anyways, something different. Pew pew! It is kinda warm. It's getting warm again, by the way. Sorry, why did I go there? Because it's kinda warm. And I wanted actually some coffee. Coffee good.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Okay, but that try overall was good again. I still have an insanely high rate of burning. Obviously it's the beginning through them healing potions, but that is something which will be getting better over time. Consistency is gonna be will be built up.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother. Since I put anyone 6 feet under. Rest. Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh yeah, sure. I see. Healing potion would have been helpful.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
What was I thinking? It was red.
Your path. Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
took forever. Brother.
Sorry for the little cuff fee thing.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh yes, just when I...
Rest in peace.
Stupid me.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Ay, 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 ay. How about for the next try, we try some consumables. I think you have around 12 shots puts. You don't need to go overboard, but how about throwing 2-3 of them on the big thing? I think damage and post damage will surprise you. Alright. Why not? You made puts. them, you mean, right? Can be thrown. The enemy who is hit by received strike damage can make anyone staggered. Some throwable weapons boast great destructive power on their own. Then combined with the strength of puppets, nothing needs to be said. Okay, I'll try. Why not? I mean, it's trying out can't hurt, I'd say. Did you mean, by the way, throwing 2 or 3 at him in quick order? Or in over a longer period of time? Just a little advice, put the lantern in the extra bag, this way it will just stay in the way and distract you scrolling through items. Yeah, that's... I understand, that makes actually sense. Okay, unequip, and then I actually do it, even though I maybe not need to do it that way. And then the lantern, which is there, which does it do again? Small lamp with a cricket guide puppet inside to illuminate the darkness with faint light. Okay, yep. Move to equipment and we move it there. Alright, cool. Why not? I don't think it matters too much. You can do it. Okay. I just asked because I was not sure. Okay, I just tried in the beginning and then see.
Bring it on.
And maybe be surprised. The night consumers are also quite strong. Not all of them, and also I think that shot put is the strongest in raw power, but there are consecutive attacks, acid fire, and literally all of them are good. Yeah. Then I think was the... okay, now yeah, again that was the wrong way I was reading, and then I was walking back and the guy who, you know, awakened behind.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
You guys have a weird saying for good luck? Because in Czech we have I'm holding your thumbs, is what it means in yeah, we have some weird holding of the thumbs we have in German too, which is more like pressing your thumbs. But we have actually kind of weird ones like Hals- und Beinbruch, which is like neck and leg break, wishing us good luck.
Been a while since I've
So yeah,
got
there are
anyone 6
some
feet
weird
under.
German sayings there. Like neck and leg break for wishing good luck is kind of weird, I'd say. We have that too, but they have in English to break it. Ah, break a leg, yeah. True. Yeah, I don't know if this is a thing. I don't even know how to translate it. It's like toy, toy, toy. I mean, just T-O-Y. Which is just, you know... Just... I don't think it's there is actually an actual...
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
But some sayings are really weird. I'm holding your thumbs. Well, let them go. I need... Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy?
But on the other hand, some sayings, it's actually interesting to, I didn't do it, it just comes to mind with, that we're wishing good luck with, like, fingers crossed, right? I have never looked it up. I guess it comes from the Middle Ages and has a certain thingy which was done there, right? With some sayings, it's actually interesting to look up why and how they were conceived, so to say, to find out what was, like, 500 years ago actually the saying. Because maybe, Michael, back in the Middle Ages, whenever the saying came up in the Czech Republic, maybe there was something with the thumbs, you know? Why they were holding them.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Can you imagine what that was? I can too, but sometimes there's some deeper shit, lore stuff for it, I guess. Okay, by the way, that's, I mean, whether it's gonna, oh, wait. By the way, Google says something about Rome and gladiators and thumbs up, but that's not really holding thumbs in my, yep, by the way, that's maybe a fun thing where different languages and stuff come in, if I am feeling that free. Wait a tick. If we go here, by the way, that's hand gesture commonly used to luck or Godspeed, yada yada. Early Christian used the gesture to implore to protection on the holy crows. The gesture is referred to by the common expression cross your fingers. That actually makes kind of sense. And that in German-speaking countries, that's what I said, it's not holding fingers, but pressing the thumbs. See, that I think is really, really interesting. So as Sweden and Latvia, the gesture is a sign of lying. Well, oh wait, but it's to wish for luck, yes. Instead, wishing for luck is by holding or pressing one's thumbs. The same gesture is used in many Slavic countries such as Poland, the Czech Republic, and so holding thumbs tightly. So then, maybe as a bit of context, right? And that was holding thumbs. Or pressing thumbs, right? Pressing of the thumbs.
You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
But I'm definitely noticing that you're not pressing the thumbs for me. But not everything still makes sense though. Michael, not everything needs to make sense, right? Does it? Not everything needs to make sense. For some people it doesn't make sense why people play games. Some people like golden showers. Other people think golden showers are disgusting. Not everything needs to make sense. It doesn't make sense that mankind is destroying the planet it's living on without having the capability of leaving it. I don't know, imagine being the first person to hear I'm holding your thumbs and just staring at the guy like they fell from a tree. But yeah, but if you are living in the country like the Czech Republic now, it is, I guess, in the Czech language common sense to say that, right? So apart from people who are learning the language or are new to the language, which then might be feeling strange, yeah. But I look like falling out of a tree when I hear all the money which is being spent on military, all the billions and billions and billions of dollars, because all the people are just too stupid to coexist in freedom. I think that's actually weird. I know I'm picking now things to real life, some sort.
Gotcha. I'll make sure.
Ah! Oh, someone trying to beat the bosses here, right? And who's just failing and failing and failing. Might be a bit strange too. So we're going to check one thing quickly. It's not going to take long, I do promise that. Yes, it is not streamulated. I can tell you that. Alright, okay, good. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Let's crack on. To crack on, by the way, is such a weird saying in the English language, I think. So many strange sayings. Or nilly-milly is so strange too. Was it nilly-milly? It was nilly-milly, right? Or was it nilly-willy? Yeah, nilly-willy. Doing something in random. Disorganized is without planning. It's so weird. But anyways, that was nilly-willy.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
I stupid is sometimes kind of agree, but personally I'm under the impression that in English they use the saying based on how it sounds and not based on some origin or whatever. Maybe. Without ungoogled, not googled, I would tend to agree. But maybe if we would do some proper is a nice word, man. If we would do some proper research, maybe we would come to a different conclusion. But without having done some some real research, then it's ungoogled. But yeah, from my not deep impression, I would say I would agree with you what you said.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Yeah, it's a bit laggy. I am a bit sorry, but it is what it is. There you go. There it goes. No, there it goes down again. So maybe it stays that way. That would be wishable.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother. Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
It's not going. Just try. It's stupid again. I'm too close to the big dude. Yeah. Stupid demonstration time. Yeah. Look at from the brighter perspective, you get to the second. Yep, totally.
Bring it
That's
on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
taking a look to the brighter side is always the best perspective, right? Perspective to think that sometimes what, and I totally understand how and why people tend to see the glass as half empty, right? Instead of half full. Sometimes just need to be optimistic. Overall, I think that's the good approach for stuff in life. Bro? A proper brew, right? Oh, I was just one dodge. Okay, one dodge too slow. Give me just... I will quickly go to the loo, but I'll be back in a sec. Guess who's back? Time to wreck. Don't know where I was going there. Okay, now, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Alright, yes, okay. I'd just like to show you one of my favorite custom weapons used, and I used it for my first playthrough all the way to the end. Electric coil, stick handle and bone cutting saw blade. I like the moveset plus the long reach. I won't force you to it. You can use whatever you... Oh, whoopsies. Oops, I want to show you. I mean, we can... I can try that without... Don't know how much resources for upgrades I would have. We can... You know? I hope you did understand, because I am not here to repeat what I mumbled there. If you are unable to understand what I tried to say and did not say, then that is your problem and not my problem. I can assemble it actually, I think, right? And then I will give it a go. Hi. A lot of problems, yeah, because obviously a lot of problems today, because like, you know, in the past everything was better, right? That's a common thing, especially old people say. So yeah, in back in the days, everything was better, my friend. I mean, it's just common sense, right? Okay, that's the coil head. I was obviously bone cutting saw blade. I was wait, you meant the handle, right? The handle, yeah. There was obviously, I was obviously joking there, by the way. But anyways, so that's gonna be. I can have a try with that actually. Although I will at one point try out the acid crystal spear, I have to admit. I didn't assemble it, did I? And by the way, be so kind, Michael, the next time I cannot complain enough. Why didn't you say it the other way around? In the order you assemble them weapons. First the blade, then the handle, right? Next time, please do it the right way. Man. I am annoyed as hell by not giving tips and stuff you tried out in the proper way, mate. Shame on you, by the way. Though I'm not sure how I am actually gonna be liking that. It's gonna be a try. It's very. I mean, it makes sense that you like slow weapons, right? I went with the chronological order of. No, mate. That's just something you are pulling out of your freaking ass. You just wrote that way because you are incompetent, my friend. Have you really played Lies of P?
You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Holy cow, that's a whole new. But I see what you mean with the range. Damn, how do you know it wasn't my ass? Yeah, well, because I'm hellish sure it was not in my ass. I don't even have an ass. Especially liked the charge. Yeah, I will give it a couple of tries and let's see. As I said, I'm not the biggest fan of slow things, but maybe it's just I did enjoy the Zweihander in Elden Ring, Dark Souls then too. Maybe it just takes a bit of adjusting. That's why I haven't yet looked at the Fable Arts, because I just wanna, you know, see the look and feel of the weapon for me. But I will later on, maybe in the next stream, try the spear too. Not because it's acid and it's an acid eater, right? I'd say it's around mid-speed now. It's slow as a snail, my friend. But you probably have not noticed. I'm kidding. I'm just making sound joke. But as I said, I would not force. No, mate. That's maybe. I think especially in Elden Ring and Dark Souls also. I think I haven't been playing around with weapons enough. I think because of that, it's actually kind of good to take a look at this weapon and give it some proper time before saying it's stupid.
Gotcha. I'll make sure I settle your past.
If you want to, then sure. But when it comes to favor arts, I really, sorry, only use the handle art square. Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah. I mean, what you said before that I haven't used.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing.
As I haven't used the favor arts too often yet, I'm still wiggling around to try to find my way style thingy, right? But be sure, my friend, since I am the pro of pros, compared to you, I will actually make the proper decision, so don't worry.
Gotcha. I'll make sure I settle your...
Yeah, I know. It's L1, not square. Yeah, I know. That's what it says on the right bottom. I didn't want to, you know, let you stay here as the biggest noobs of noobs. That's why I didn't say it loud, my friend. Sorry, I sometimes am cocky. I forgive myself. For cockiness.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Move for me, Bobby!
Just when I want to say that's a little cutie. What a cutely formed being.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother. Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh no.
Come on! You played nice with the others. Don't you want to play with... Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Alright, next try.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Can I have him, please? No. Obviously not. Okay, I am slowly getting better. I still do not know whether that's actually my style, but I want to give the weapon a bit more time. Although it kinda feels better than like 10 minutes ago.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Freaking. Obviously, if the boss hits the wall, it's fine, the hit comes through. When the player hits the wall with the weapon, the hit comes not through, right? It's blocked. Makes sense, right? That is, by the way, when you notice that game's development, right? It's like in 99% of the games nowadays. There's a couple of games who actually make it good, but well. What can we nowadays, right, expect of game developers?
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh boy, that was kind of stupid. Hey! Yes, I for a second was thinking to hit him in the ass, but actually did not.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Yep, buddy. If it makes you fun, then do with them virtual parts whatever you like.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh! All right.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother. Demonstration time.
Aye, what am I doing
Who wants
then?
to watch this guy?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Now, that is wrong. What am I? How am I maneuvering, man? So that is the way.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother. Yeah, gotcha. I'll make sure to recycle your past. Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
It is already cocked, destroyed. I hear you.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
That is the way.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Oh, why didn't I heal? Oh boy.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Why did it not stop its streaking attacks, man? Alright, I'm gonna be closing for the day. We will be going on at this spot tomorrow. At this boss fight. I really thank you for watching, Michael. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. I wish you a wonderful day. Hopefully it ain't gonna be that warm at your place. And I will be back tomorrow. And we'll have some more fun. Goodbye, I wish you a wonderful day, and at the end of the day, a wonderful night. May the almighty sleeper protect you. Good night, goodbye, have a very